Welcome, everyone. We're going to give everyone some time to join us. Thank you for joining us for our Cook County Small Business Webinar Wednesday. Welcome, welcome.
I think we're holding steady. If you want to get it started, Dominique.
Are we? Welcome, everyone, to our Cook County Small Business Wednesday webinar. I am Dominique Gamble, Senior Program Manager of the Cook County Small Business Source. With us, we have Ms. Ari and Ashley Ng from the Chinese Mutual Aid, one of our great partners here with the Source. And Ari is actually one of the small business clients that they work with, who is also a Source Grant recipient. Yeah. So she is definitely connected with the Source. She will be teaching you all how to do a website. But first, before we get started with that, I am going to do a quick presentation for those of you who may be new and not familiar with the Source. Just give you a little update and preview as to who we are and what we do. And then I'll hand it over to Miss Ashley. She'll speak briefly about the Chinese Mutual Aid and all the great work that they're doing. I mean, they are moving and shaking over there. Definitely tap in if you're not already. And then she'll hand it over to Ari so she can do the presentation on how to build a website. I'm about to say a webinar. I'm sorry. How to build a website. So with that, I will get started. Let me share my screen for you all. I wanted you all to see our faces, so I didn't share right away. All right. So again, welcome to the Source. So if you want to know a little about the Source and who we are, our mission here at the Source is to help small businesses grow and elevate your business by providing no-cost business advising. We do provide free resources and events, and we do have access to capital opportunities by way of grants that come out maybe every other year. So how we do the advising is through our partner network, like Chinese Mutual Aid, who is one of our partners. We call them business service organizations. They actually provide all of the free business coaching for all of our clients. We have a plethora of resources that you can tap into if you check out our website here, cookcountysmallbiz.org. We have free events you can also tap into as far in webinars and trainings, from everything on how to use social media, how to use AI to uplift your business, how to market your business, how to do we're doing how to do your taxes, how to create a spreadsheet, anything that we know that a business would need, we're pretty much tapping into that. So just a little bit, here's the impact to date as to what we've done within the Source. So we have distributed over $67 million in grants. We have served through business advising and events over 24,000 businesses. And we have a reach of over 106 businesses, and this is growing. These are our numbers as of January, so I will be updating them soon. We update them quarterly, so just know that the impact we're making is a steady upward shift, which is wonderful to see. You can see here our business demographics that we work with. 82% are businesses of color, 59% are women-owned businesses, and 94% are micro businesses. And just a little bit about our business model. So we serve, as I stated, you heard me talking about our network of BSOs, our business service organizations. We also have referral partners. Through that, we have a partner network that we have where all of our business organizations actually work together to provide resources and services to you all as small business clients. We work within a funnel where we can actually, I don't like to say past businesses, but refer our business clients. So if you were to work with Chinese Mutual Aid and they didn't have a particular program that you needed or a service, which I doubt because Chinese Mutual Aid literally have tapped into everything, you might be able to tap into one of our other business service organizations, as you see here, that would be able to assist you. So we have 13 business support organizations who assist us. I'm not going to go through every name, but we have 36 Square, Illinois Hispanic Chamber, Chicago Minority Supplier, Builders Avenue, Chinese Mutual Agency down there, and a plethora of others. We also have what we call our referral partners. So we are currently going through an updated referral partner list now. So this list will be changing within the next 2 weeks. So yearly we bring on new partners who are community-based organizations as well as your local chambers to help draw in business to the source, to also to help tap in and provide events and resources and services to small business clients throughout Cook County. So we are a total of over 40 plus organizations who to expand our reach of the source, to be able to provide you as a small business owner whatever services and resources that you may need to grow, elevate, scale your business. So I know a lot of people are not used to the source. Here are a few of our impact stories, people who we have worked with, but we have a plethora of work that we have done. As I stated, Miss Ari is one of our grant winners. We do have her on the website because we are very proud of the work that we're doing at the source, and definitely proud of the work that Miss Ari is doing as well. And I like to end with this. So, if you want to know who you're working with, this is a picture of our advisors and our business organization. So, sometimes it's easier to see the faces and see how welcoming and happy we are to come together to do the work here through the source. Literally, this is every organization that we work with, not the referral partners, but our 13 business service organizations are all here. And it's just us saying, welcome to the source. We're here to assist you in whatever it is that you need. And if you are not a part of the source, this is how you can join in. Or if you are and you would maybe like to spread the word and, share with a friend or a family, you can use this scan code that I have here, or you can go directly to Cook County Small Biz.
I think we might be having some technical difficulties right now with Domini. Let's see.
Might be losing connection.
I know, that's what I'm thinking. I think we might just move along. Ashley, if you are ready, we might just skip over to your brief little introduction on Chinese mutual aid. But I will drop the link to the Cook County Source website that Domini was on mentioning right now in our business advising page. So if anyone wants to explore that a little bit further, you'll be able to do so via the link that I will drop in the chat now. But Ashley, feel free to go ahead and share your screen. We can share a little bit about what you all are doing at Chinese Mutual Aid Association.
Great. Good morning, everyone. My name is Ashley Ng. I am one of the admin coordinators for the Economic Development Center at Chinese Mutual Aid Association. So before we get into the webinar with our lovely client Ari, I just want to give you guys a brief overview of what Chinese Mutual Aid Association, aka CMAA, is all about. All right. Okay. So, although the Economic Development Center is a business service organization of the Cook County Small Business Source, our host organization, Chinese Mutual Aid Association, was founded in 1981 by ethnic Chinese refugees fleeing from Vietnam. Chinese Mutual Aid Association's purpose is to serve the needs, promote the interests, and enhance the well-being of low-income, diverse immigrant and refugee communities across the metropolitan Chicagoland area. We have services such as no-cost business advising, and technical assistance, but we also are a one-stop shop for immigrant and refugee families. So we offer social services, advocacy, educational programming, home care assistance, youth programming, and assistance for elderly. So personally, the Economic Development Center's mission is dedicated to empowering underserved communities of small businesses and entrepreneurs nationwide, with an emphasis in the Chicagoland area. By fostering economic growth and providing comprehensive support to close the racial and ethnic wealth gap, our EDC at CMAA helps businesses thrive and expand, driving sustainable development and creating new opportunities in our community. And here you'll see some pictures of our team and some other representatives from other BSOs. So it's quite brief. Just before I transfer to Ari, I just want to give a quick promo to our socials. If you scan the QR code, you will be navigated to our website right here, where you can also find our social media handles. You can also get a grasp of the various other programs CMAA and the EDC offers as a whole. All of our programs come at no cost, so tap in, like Dominique said. And yes, if you haven't heard about our center, recently we've been throwing small business expos that have been uplifting the entrepreneurial communities and bridging gaps. So please follow our social media, stay tuned, and now I'll pass it over to Ari, who have a wonderful webinar.
Thank you, Ashley. All right, it's my turn now. Let me just make sure that I set up my presentation. Give me 1 second. All right, you guys should be able to see my screen, right?
It looks great.
Fantastic. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm so excited to share with you guys. Today, we are going to talk a little bit more about your website, whether you have built your website and want to make some tweaks in it, or you don't have a website right now, and this is the right time to start thinking about the website strategy. Oftentimes, people will come to us and say that we have a website, but it doesn't really do anything. And it's often because there isn't a strategy behind it, right? So let's talk a little bit more about that. Okay, I already got a really cool introduction earlier from both Ashley and also Dominique. Thank you for sharing a little bit about me. And honestly, for me and my business, we have been in business for about 14 years. So being in the community and also in Chicagoland area with so many different resources, like what you guys have here today, it's honestly a big opportunity, right? I've often heard that Chicago is one of the top places to be an entrepreneur because you got so many resources at your fingertip. So mine is also being supported by a lot of other people here in the Chicagoland area, and that's how we grow. And today we really are helping a lot of other businesses as well with their brand, with their website, and just really helping them grow their business, become sustainable businesses together. All right. So one thing that a lot of the time I personally forgot about that I'm also an author. So for my book Made to Sell, everything that we're going to be discussing here today is actually pulled from my book Made to Sell. So if you want to get the book, feel free to scan the QR code. And if you have more questions throughout the conversation today in our presentation today, feel free to use the QA function in Zoom so that at least when we get to the QA session, we don't get lost in terms of like trying to find your question in the comment or in the chat. All right, all good? Let's roll. All right, here's the thing. A lot of the time we underestimate like how much people actually, coming to the website, right? How many of them actually visiting your website? And then how much conversion do you really get from it? So here's the reality. 96% of visitors aren't ready to buy, especially when they just land on your website the first time. And even more so, here are some interesting stats. Only 2.35 of e-commerce websites actually convert into a purchase. And 75% of us, including myself, right, and maybe you are as well, we judge credibility based on website design. I mean, don't we all? And the last stat here, 88% of online consumers won't return after a bad website experience. So I'm definitely one of them because if I experience any bad, interaction or maybe like functionality in a website, I might not come back. So what exactly is going on in your website? If you can take a look at your website right now, what could be some of the things that preventing you, right, from getting more sales, getting more bookings, or in overall getting more conversion? Perhaps you have a confusing navigation, or it's poor mobile experience. Perhaps a lot of your users and buyers or potential prospects are checking out your website on the go, right? So through the phone. And perhaps it's unclear value proposition. Some other areas, it could be because you don't have enough strong signals or, you know, case studies or even like testimonials as well as even endorsement, right? And some other areas, it could be because your booking or checkout process might be very complicated for your user. So how do we tackle all of this? There seems to be like so many different things that you can fix. But let's tackle them bit by bit. The one thing that I tend to recommend a lot of our clients, as well as different mentees and stuff, we need to look at our research tool called User Journey. This UX research tool is actually super, super helpful because you'll understand how to really bridge the gap between your user and your brand online and really try to increase that site conversion. So what am I talking about here, right? What is user journey? We'll talk about more as well, but let me tell you what are the things that we are going to tackle today. So there are 3 takeaways that we'll be discussing today. The first one is the critical elements of high converting websites. Simple user journey mapping process, because I know it can be very overwhelming just to try to figure it out at the very first time. And then the third part, implementation blueprint for your website. Now, I know I already shared a little bit about me earlier, but now I also want to share some of the great client success stories that we have worked in the past. These are some of the things that you can also gain from making updates to your website based on all the insights and knowledge that you gain today. So imagine having a 100% increase in order volume, maybe even like having a dramatic market perception shift in the market that you are in right now. That can be huge, right? To really demand that premium pricing, or maybe enhance your premium positioning as well. Or you're just launching something new and you just need to secure, some key partnership. That can be big for your business too. Or maybe even like grew into like 7-figure business and made it into like Inc. 5000 list. These are some possibilities that you can achieve from updating your website with a little bit more strategic approach to it. So let's look at some confidence gap here. I'm guilty of this as well because as a customer, right, I can confidently pay premium price for a brand that I trust, be it Apple or maybe even all the other brands out there that has premium pricing, right? We just like, okay, take my money, I really want it. But as a business owner, we tend to struggle to really just create this same confidence for our own customer. So what are we really missing here? Do we miss something that, you know, maybe very easy to fix? Or is there some sort of like approach that maybe we're missing? Is there like other hidden strategies? To be honest, it's very simple. The root of the problem really is that oftentimes businesses didn't pay close attention to the user-centric experience. And this can really cost you a lot, right? You can really lose a customer and losing them to your own competitor. So let's take a look at our conversion framework. We'll start with knowing your audience and then mapping out the journey. And then the third one is OTA, optimize, test, and analyze. So step number 1, this may sound very simple, right? Because I feel like we should already know our audience by now. We should already understand them and we should already feel that we know them through and through. But if you only have just like a service level information of your audience, why don't we dig deeper? Especially understanding what are their behavior or thinking like? What are their life stages right now? And also like their deciding factor, right? think of it this way. Some of your clients or customers might learn about you from TikTok, or other businesses might find your website from, let's say, Reddit. These are two different behaviors and thinking, right? Some people would prefer, like, let me just search on Reddit to find new information or new product and service information. So that's one way. There's also Google. There's so many different channels out there, and people are not leveraging the same tools. So for your target audience, what tool or where do they really hang out, and what platforms are they really using? You need to get into the mind of your audience to really find out about that. And even more so important is that where are they in their life right now? If you're targeting women who are currently planning a wedding versus currently, trying to build a family, the messaging will look different, right? Their needs could look different. What they want in life in terms of like solution and products that can make their life better could look totally different. Then even more so on the deciding factor, do they want things fast? Is that their, key deciding factor? Or do they want things to be super affordable? Or do they just simply want to pay for inconvenience? Sorry, pay for convenience, right? They don't really care how much it's gonna take or how expensive it is. They just need things to be done. So there are so many different things that we can uncover from our target audience so that we can position ourselves and then share all this information on your website so that they understand that you are the choice for them, whether it's product or services. Okay, here's my tip. Do not create a persona just for the sake of creating persona, right? You need to understand your target audience, really feel that you know this person, and whatever you deliver, whether it's product or service, you know that your product and service can really improve their life or better their life, make things easier for them, and is the solution for them. Next up, we have the step number 2, mapping out the journey. So earlier I talked about user journey, and for some of you who may not are familiar with user journey just yet, user journey is pretty simple. It is a visual trip for your user across the different solution that you have, including the different channels and touch points that you have for your business or your brand. Now, I spoke a little bit of a jargon there, right? So what exactly are channels and touch points? Channels are a way for you to understand where your customers coming from and how they interact with you, aka the company or the business. And then touch points are a lot more specific and precise. So let's take a look at online channels. So online is a channel, online chat could be a touch point. And if we're looking at your website is a channel, right? Your homepage, your contact page can be a touch point. And even like your sales landing page, as well as your single product page, if you have a Shopify website, that is a touch point. A couple of others that maybe you can expand as well, for examples, social media. Think of social media as a channel. Search engine is also a channel. So whatever is in it, right, that is touch point. So your carousel on social media can be a touch point. Your reels, your stories, your lives, those could be a touch point. And then for search engine in particular, this can be very diverse because case study can be your own touch point, your YouTube videos, your articles, any press that you've gotten, that could be a touch point as well. Now, why are these different information like channels and touch point really matter? It matters because when you build up your user journey, you can see where would your potential customers or user learn about you, right? Especially in the beginning, in the awareness stage, how do they find out about you? So you can at least map out, or if they find out about us from, let's just say Yelp or Reddit or maybe like Google, how do we move them from one channel into another channel, which can be leading to your website, right? So then when you move them to another funnel, getting closer to you, you move them to your website. So that's your next channel for them. So you're just trying to understand, like, how do we move our audience from the first time that they learn about us into getting to know us, into like really wanting to either work or buy from us, to become a client or a customer. So you're trying to just like figure out like how do we map this journey for them and then deliver the experience that we want them to feel so that they keep coming back, right? They will get the service or products that they need, and then they keep coming back. And even more so, we all want this. We want them to tell their friends, their family, and then gaining this loyalty from our customer. All right, there are more examples here. And honestly, for user journey, there isn't a right or wrong in building one. Now, the examples that I share with you just to kind of show that it can be very simple, it can be super extensive as well or comprehensive. It really depends on your need for your business. But if all of those feels overwhelming, I have a solution for you. So this one is a one-sheet user journey map, which I created a couple of years ago, and it really helps map out a very simple user journey, right? Based on 3 categories, which is on the very top, you'll see the user scenario, the goals, and an expectation. And then you have the emotion and responses to your experiences on the website. And then the third part is really just like guiding them towards that solution that you will provide on your website, be it product, be it service, and map out the areas of opportunities where you can really address that pain point for them. Okay, for a pro tip on this one, think of it this way. If you can stay on top of mind for your target audience, right, where should you show up? Should you show up on LinkedIn? Should you show up on TikTok? Should you show up on Reddit, right? Or Google Ads? There are so many places, but we need to start thinking through, if I want my target audience to find me wherever they might be exploring choices or maybe like finding information, where would that be? Now, the last step, OTA, optimize, test, and analyze. When it comes to website, right, it never ends. Once you put up a website, it needs continuous support, optimization, testing, and also just like really analyze how can we make it better for getting more conversion to address, your customer's pain point when they get to the website. So what are some of the options that you have? What I would encourage you to do is, as soon as you launch a website, or maybe you already have your website right now, take the time to really look through some of the analytics that you have. You should already have a analytics or some sort of tools to analyze your website in the back end in terms of like understanding like how many visits are you getting in a month or maybe in a week if you regularly wanting to get that updates, and really see like how much conversion do we actually get from our website. Is it conversion for leads? Is it conversion for sales? What are some of these metrics that you are putting and analyzing it for the business? And then, of course, like always testing it with your current users, your current customers, or even like do some sort of like A/B testing to figure out which layout actually works better and gain us more conversion. So OTA, optimize, test, and analyze. Here's the last part of our presentation today. Like it or not, there are these 5 questions that keep buzzing in the back of our mind whenever we find a new website or check out new things that maybe we click online. And I'm pretty sure you have this too. And think of it this way. These are the same questions that your users are asking in the back of their mind before they even want to hit that buy now, shop now, book now, or even like, sign me up, things like that. Let's take a look. Number 1, what is this website about? Don't we all ask that all the time? Where it's like, what is this website? Just tell me. So when I found any website that just didn't really tell me like, what is this? I'm just like, I'll leave, right? And that's exactly what your users and customers are doing. If they don't understand how you can bring value to their life, whether through your products and services, they're not going to care and they're going to leave. So we need to be clear about it. So, right? What can we do? On the top of your website, the first big section on your website, that is called a hero. So in your hero, what I would encourage you to do is to make sure that you make it very clear what is it that you do. Maybe you have some sort of like unique positioning for your product or service. Tell them that, right? And make it very clear what kind of solution do you really want to deliver. And then the second question, how does it work? Yes, we know how e-commerce website work and some of the other type of business, but really the main reason why you keep seeing how it works or like here's how our process look like on a website simply because we need to know what are some of the things that we need to expect out of this brand or out of this service business. It makes the user think less of like, oh, how would this actually work for me, right? So what we really try to do by answering all these different questions on your website is to give your users the confidence they need in order to trust you, in order to build rapport with you, as well as really feel confident that, okay, if this is for me, I'm buying this. Or if this is for me, I need to talk to this person and start to work together with them, right? We all want that. So, number one, number two, we went over that. The question number three, can I trust this brand? If we don't have any trust elements like testimonials or even like endorsement, press, even more so any logo that maybe you are associated with that people can at least have some familiarity with, you might not be able to build this trust with your target audience. So that's very important. So if you have any of these, add them in, or even some sort of like award or perhaps certification, right? All of these can be used as trust building elements in your website. And make sure don't stuff them in the bottom though, because I see that all the time with websites. They would push all of these important elements near the bottom of the website, and then people only find out about that near the end, or they already left. So make sure that you put this trust building elements a little bit more to the top. The fourth question, when you already got them hooked, right? You already answered number one, number two, and number three, they're a hook. How do they buy or how do they sign up and book you? Make it clear with your call to action that they need to do something in this website, in this page, right? What do they need to do? They need to sign up now, or maybe they need to book a time with you now, call you now, or whatever it is that you want them to do. Just make sure that it is very clear for them to really understand the call to action you want them to do. And then the last one, what's next? As soon as they hit buy or book a call, it doesn't stop there, right? It is the starting point for their next journey with you and your business. So what happened next? Do they get to your email list? Do they get to another landing page? What do they need to do? Or what do they get? So make sure to think through that journey as well so that it doesn't stop in the call to action. All right, I'm almost get to the end here. Here are some of the real results as well from some of the user-centric design we have created for our clients. These are some of the possibilities that you can also gain for your own website. So I hope a lot of the insights that I shared today can be helpful for you and your business, and then implementing that today for your website. So here's what you can do next. Today, take a screenshot of your current homepage and then really just like score the elements that we just talked about earlier from 1 to 10. Focus on improving your low scoring areas first, and then you'll see some biggest conversion lift from it. I also have my website conversion mastery challenge happening in the next month. So if you want to join me and a couple other business owners in this website challenge, I'd love to have you. This is going to be an amazing time to really tackle what are some of the areas on your website and business right now that may be having a current gap that's not being presented well on your website, and then preventing you from getting that conversion on your website. I also have a little freebie, so if you want, feel free to get this copy of Website Conversion Checklist. It is a Google Doc that you can simply copy and then just like look through and identify it on your own. It has a very clear guidance in it as well, and hopefully a lot of these different content for today can really help move your business forward. That's pretty much it on my end. and let's definitely stay connected. All right. Should I pass this back to you, Ashley, or Domini, or Mersadi?
Sorry, that was really great. I think now what we will do, first, thank you so much for joining us. That was a great conversation, very informal. I learned a lot, and I thought I knew a lot about websites, but thank you for taking us down that pathway. As far as the research and the thought behind building that website and what you need to do to be prepared, as you move forward. Those are the concepts that a lot of people miss. They go straight into building and they don't think through their why, and their next steps and how it's going to be utilized. Like the user experience is really what you taught us here. And that was great. Definitely appreciate that. Mercedes, are you on the line? We can check and see if we have any questions and questions that you can answer for us, Ari.
No current QA. I will elevate to anyone in the chat. If you would like to come off mute and ask a question directly, we can do so now, or you can drop a chat in our Q&A box while we have Ari on the line here. Ashley is asking, who have been some of your clients? Ari, if you want to share a little bit of your background. And I've also been dropping links to your website and then your company in the chat if anyone would like to access
Yeah,
those as well.
definitely. Let's see some of the clients. I've worked with bigger companies like Google, Sephora, Glossier, but for local companies here in Chicago, couple of them, let's see, Linsage Breast Cancer Foundation is one of our client, and there used to be a really amazing family-owned Indonesian restaurant in Lincoln Park called Rickshaw Republic. So that was an amazing opportunity to just kind of like bring in the brand identity and the website come to life for their brand. As an Indonesian, I come from Indonesia. It was such a big, how do I say, opportunity for me to just kind of work with other Indonesian here in Chicago. So that was amazing. Unfortunately, they ended up closing during COVID, which breaks my heart. But another great business in Chicago, Evolve Her. They used to have great space for women entrepreneurs in Chicago as well. So we work with them on their website. Unfortunately, they also had to close down for COVID. It was like crazy times, right? But now that is in the past. I'm trying to see like who else do we have here? Pack with Purpose, based here in Chicago as well. We work with them on their Shopify website. There just has been great business owners that came through our way this past 14 years, and just like really trying to collaborate together and seeing like what is your vision as a business owner and where you want to go. Because oftentimes when you work on your own website, you can certainly do it on your own, especially if you are very much um, strapped on budget right now. Honestly, do it on your own, but don't forget the strategy portion of it, because that is the key component that will help you get more business if you're using your website and also leveraging marketing the right way.
Very insightful. We do have another question, Ari, more so about your story and your background and kind of what led you or, what were your sources of inspiration to launch your business?
Okay, I smile because I didn't really know that I wanted to be in business, to be honest. Was I grew up in Bali, Indonesia, and when I came here to Chicago in 2011, I was just doing freelancing thing as a designer, things like that. And when I got married to my husband, who's my tech guy, right? He is my CTO. He has this like wonderful question. It's like, hey, Ari, do you want to build a business with me? And I said, like, sure, what could go wrong? It's like, I did not know what I was doing, guys. To be honest, it was a lot of trial and error in the first couple of years, not knowing what do I need to do, especially like, oh, apparently I need to have a specific funds for marketing. It's like, I should have known that. I did not know that. So starting a business, I don't think there is this, traditional way to do it right. Everybody has different story when you want to build a business, right? But I think there's always a core idea or passion that you have. Why do you still want to build this company, right? For us in particular, I'm always in awe with all of the amazing women in business in particular that has proven methodology, like proven process, and getting to where they are with their company and taking it to like millions of dollars in revenue, or even like exiting. That's such a big inspiration for me. But also, every single time we work with any client, regardless of their emerging business or established business, I just get so excited to see their vision, right? But they just get so isolated in their own world, not able to move forward because somebody else can't see the vision. So I personally just like really excited on that part. But I think, yeah, I don't know even that is that answering your question, or Sadi.
I think that was a great start, and it actually made me, thinking about your journey also as a client through the business advising services that we offer through the source, then also as a, advisee or advise, what's a better word there? But through a client through the Chinese Mutual Aid Association. Um, if you could just kind of share that journey as well and, your experiences, I think it's interesting to
Yeah.
not only have you as a presenter, but someone that's been very involved through the source as a client as well.
Yes. I'm trying to remember how I learned about you guys. I think it all started when I joined Goldman Sachs Small Business, the 10K Small Business program. And as I mentioned earlier, I did not know what I needed to do in building a sustainable business, a successful business that eventually I can either, exit. And the program was a big slap in the face for me because apparently I did not know a thing. So this was like back 2019, or maybe 2020. And I was introduced to so many different resources here in Chicago that I didn't even know about. So WBDC, right? And then, of course, City of Chicago has tons of resources. And then I learned about SBDC as well, got introduced with CMAA as well, and become a client. And honestly, just like getting outside perspective with the business coaching that they have provided has been a tremendous resource because I needed somebody that can tell me, am I doing this correctly or am I not? And they also told me about the Source grant a couple of years back. And they simply just like told me, like, hey, this just came out. I think you should definitely apply. And I was like, sure, of course I'll apply. I mean, like, there's always a chance you will win something, right? All you got to do is like put your name in the hat. That's it. So I did that. And I was so surprised that I got it because, like, oh my God, I got it. And that was super helpful because had I not known, having this connection and having this resource and somebody telling me that there is an opportunity for me to gain grant for the business, I probably wouldn't have that opportunity, right? I wouldn't have additional fund that I can channel into my business to help me grow. So I feel like you have to keep your eye open, especially in building up your business. Don't just like laser focus on what you're doing day in, day out, but look around you as well. Like, who are supporting you? What communities are there to, to be your sounding board, or people that maybe can point you to the right direction, or in this case, like grant for your business.
What a journey that has been. Just to give a little bit of context, Ari was a recipient of the 2023, was it 2023 Source
Yeah.
grant, which was our last grant that we had, which was a really exciting opportunity. One more question for you, Ari, is just any words of advice, and I think you kind of touched upon this, but anything that you might want to expand upon to new entrepreneurs, to those that are looking to grow, especially those that are perhaps taking that initial plunge with, starting a website, building a website, and kind of exploring their digital presence in general.
Yes. This is going to sound very simple, but really understand your target audience. It will be your number one foundation that will channel into your branding, your marketing, your sales activity, right? Because every single time you would work with anybody for the business aspect, for your brand, they will ask you, Who's your target audience? Who are you selling to? Who's your customers? Who's your client? What's the right intros for you, right? Who do you want to get connected with? So if you don't have a very clear idea in who it is that you are serving, you might spend a lot more time and investment down the road trying to figure it out. Yes, it will evolve as you grow with the business, right? But understand at least from the beginning that you're building a business, in general, who is it that you are serving and how are you serving them? And be obsessed with them, right? I was told this a couple of years ago, and it really shifted my mindset in delivering value for my clients. I was told that Ari, you need to be obsessed over your clients or over the people that you want to work with because it truly shows the passion truly shows, right? Because you want to be delivering the best, not just work, but also you have the best interest in them, not just because you want to work with them. So I hope that will be helpful because I felt like in the beginning, had I known more about this and obsessed more towards my own people that I want to help, I think that could have changed some of my business trajectory.
Amazing. I think with that, we don't have any other current questions in the queue. Um, Ari, thank you though so much for your time today. I know internally for the source, there are a lot of helpful lessons that I think we're going to take away and look at our own website.
Yeah.
But it was a great presentation. As a reminder, everyone on the call here, this was recorded and we will be sharing or uploading this to our Cook County Small Business Source YouTube channel following, and
Where
also
we
sending, and then also sharing the presentation directly to all or registered attendees following the or this webinar as well. Jomny, do you want to share anything?
Yeah, thank you so much, Mercedes. Um, I just wanted to say thank you again, Ari. You hit on so many points that I just wanted to make sure I just round it all up for us. I mean, you are like, for me, the epitome of what great business advising and business coaching looks like and why it is needed and necessary. That's really what I kept hearing you say throughout the questions and in your answers. So, of course, I have to do a shameless plug as to why you should definitely tap into the source if you need any assistance with your small business needs. This is exactly what we're here for. This is what we do. And as I stated earlier, I do apologize to my computer completely crashed on me while I was doing my presentation. So I apologize on my end for that. But what I was stating is everything that we offer here is completely free. So please do tap into these resources. That business coaching that I already mentioned is completely free. Mercedes just dropped our website into the chat, so take advantage of that. We have so many business organizations that you can reach out to that might be, really in your local area. And again, if not, we can definitely partner you with someone who might be able to offer you a resource or a tool that you need, and you can go back to building that relationship with that business advisor. So definitely a lot of great information here, plethora of knowledge. You are so right. I think for any business, not even just in building a website, Ari, you need to know your target audience. I say that all the time, no matter where I go, whoever I'm speaking in front of, we all need to know our target audience. And that goes for the research base that we must do before start implementing your business, because that will really shape the direction that you take your business into. It will shape how you market your business. It will shape everything that you actually do. So you have to know that target audience. You have to know your who, your what, and your why, as you build that business. So thank you, Ari. You touched on every single last one of those points. This was great information. I hope you all was taking notes. I just really wanted to circle that up and just do another shameless plug as to why business advising is necessary and how we are here to help you here at the source. So if you all don't need anything, Mercedes, I will throw it back over to you. Ari, again, thank you. Ashley, thank you. You all were great. And I look forward to us partnering again. So
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. And I did throw the link for the Cook County Small Business Source on the chat. So if you would like to access that, learn more about what we do at the source, learn about business advising and how you can work with amazing orgs such as the Chinese Mutual Aid Association, who was our lovely co-host for the webinar today. Alongside, if you would like to learn more about the resources that Ari shared, her work, you can also access that through her company. Ari, I will not butcher the name, if you wanted to kind of jump in there, but I threw the link in the chat as well.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. Have a lovely day.
Thank you all.
Bye.
Have a great weekend.